Welcome to a new video. In this video, we shall learn how we can make an AI in Python. So for doing that, we would need Python programming language. In my case, I have Python 3.8.5 and we would also need a Python IDE. I have PyCharm. You may use any other IDE like VS Code. So without much further ado, let's start. So for doing this project, we need a package known as PyTTS63. So to install that package, first I am going to type in the console pip install PyTTS63. So after typing pip install PyTTS63, I am going to hit the enter key. And it will show me a message that the requirement is already satisfied, which means that this package is already there in my Python directory. So in your case, once it is not installed, it will show that successfully installed or completed. So after I have done installing the package, I will import it by typing import pyttsx3. And after I have done importing pyttsx3, I am going to install another package which will help me capture the audio from the user. This package is known as speech recognition. This helps in recognizing the speech which the user is giving to the computer. So we will type pip install speech recognition, or you can also search in Google PyTTS63 and speech recognition, and it would lead you to the website of pypy.org. After you going to the pypy.org website, you can just copy that package from there, and once you have copied it, you can paste it in the computer. And after doing that, in this case now I am pasting pip install speech recognition. It again shows me that it is requirement is already satisfied because I have previously installed it. Now I am going to import speech recognition. So for importing speech recognition, I am going to type import speech recognition as s_r. I am importing the whole package as s_r. So after I am done with that, I am going to define a variable known as engine, which will have some features of the PyTTS63, and I will also write the driver name within the parenthesis. The driver name should be SAPI5. So after I am done with that, I will move on to the next step, and I will initialize a variable known as voices, which will get the property of that engine variable. So I will type like voices will be equal to engines.get property, and within it I will write voices. After doing this, I will create another method. In that there would be I will set the property of the engine. So I will type engine.set property. Within bracket there will be two positions. One position I will type as voice, and giving a comma, I will also give another factor which will be voices, and within that index of the voice I will give 0, and then I will write .id. So this 0 is basically for the voice that is already present in the computer. For as I am doing Jarvis, which is a male based voice AI, so I am using 0 as index. But if I had used a female AI, if I was to make a female AI like Friday, I would have used voices 1.id. That depends on the number of voices present in your computer. So now I will define a function known as command acceptance, and then we will give a parenthesis, open close parenthesis, then a colon. Then I will initialize a variable which is the recognizer variable. I am writing it as r. So r will be equals to s_dot recognizer, and then open close parenthesis. So after doing that, what we basically want to do is we are going to write a method which will use our microphone as the basic source of input for the AI. So we will write like with s underscore r dot microphone open close parenthesis as source open close parenthesis, then a colon, then within that block we will write a statement which will signify to the user that yes, the AI is listening to him. So we will write like print, and then within quotes we will write listening, so that to give an effect that yes, the AI is listening to our command and is ready to proceed to the next steps. So after doing that, we are going to print another statement that will be r dot pause underscore threshold, and I will keep it as 0.8. Pause underscore threshold is basically the number of non-speaking seconds before the phase is considered as complete. So you may change it to 1 or any other value you want to, and you can see the properties by clicking the control key and by dragging the mouse pointer towards it, and then you can see a lot of properties in that field, in the init.py file. So there is a lot of like phrase underscore threshold, dynamic underscore threshold, and lots of more other things. So for now I am keeping it as 0.8, and now we are going to write a variable which is known as the audio. So it will be so we will write like audio is equal to r dot listen, within open close parenthesis we will write source. After we are done with this, we are going to define a try catch block. As you know, in Java it is known as catch, in Python it is known as except. So it will be a try except block. So within that try except block we will write statements so that the user can understand whether his input has been understood by the computer and is ready to be processed, or it has undergone some errors and has not been recognized. So within that try block we will write try and then colon, and the indentation should be correct. The try block should be right under the with statement. So in try block the first statement I would write is a print statement, and within that I will write the quotes. Within the quotes I will write recognizing. After writing the print statement, I will initialize a variable known as question, which is the query or the doubt which is asked by the user to the computer. So we will write question equal to r dot recognize underscore Google. We are using the Google recognizer because it is more better than any other for me. So you may use any other, but for me I will preferably use the Google one. So within that within the parenthesis there will be two positions. In one position I will write audio, and in the other position I will write the language in which it has to be recognized. So I will write English dash in. You may also write English US, which is the United States English. So but in this case I am writing English India. So in the next statement we will print the query or the question asked by the user. So we basically will write user said and then colon, and then we will write within second bracket we will write the question, so that the user can know his question and then proceed with the program. And then we will define the except block, generally the catch block in Java, but it is known as except in Python. So under the except block we will write like print unable to process the audio. So after writing print unable to process audio, we are going to return none, and the none should be within single quotes as it is a string, and then we will return the question, and the indentation should be correct such that within just below the except block the return question is present. So that's all for today. In the next video, we will define a speak function which will enable the AI to speak, and we will also write some functions so that the AI can open websites like Google and YouTube upon voice commands. So stay tuned for the next video, and please like this video and subscribe to the channel. It will be of great help. That's it then. Thanks for watching.